So within the last few days, it came out that Shiba Inu was going to create a DAO called Bone, right? A decentralized autonomous organization. And there's a couple problems with that, in so much that Shiba Inu by itself really sort of runs okay and isn't afoul of anything from a legal standpoint, right? It could be lumped into what I call sort of the currency cryptos like Bitcoin and Ethereum, which the SEC and CFTC have pronounced to not be regulated or regulatable assets. But nevertheless, people decided they want to create a DAO called DAO. And there's two problems with it. Number one, it takes some degree of coordination and centralization to create the DAO, especially when the token is already well since established and launched, right? So what you have is ostensibly larger position holders combining to create this entity that's going to subsequently issue a governance token, which would allow for voting rights and certain things, which I'll get into in a second. But that doesn't make a great deal of sense, in so much that the centralization and the effort involved in creating this DAO speaks to the centralized management that you hear so much about in the Howey test, and begs the question, is now Shiba Inu being controlled, or is it able to be controlled by large stakeholders, right? And just because, you don't have like a central authority or central management like a Ripple, doesn't mean that an SEC couldn't interpret Shiba Inu to have a centralized management or profit motive by virtue of larger stakeholders coming together to put this DAO and then controlling the votes, right? So that's the first problem. The second problem is that the primary purpose of the DAO, seemingly, is to vote on what trading pairings will be featured on Shiba Swap, right? Which is Shiba Inu's decentralized exchange. Well, that in and of itself, as I'll talk about in a future video, is a problem, because these decentralized platforms, by and large, are unregulated, and the regulation's coming, I can guarantee you. And what you're having is this scenario where the centralized exchange now has this profit motive, in so much that it's creating or voting on pairings for its DeFi platform, right? Which ostensibly gets farmed out to different token holders. So you go from just having a baseline currency that, for all intents and purposes, as a crypto functions very well, to some level of centralized management and then some level of profit motive. And I don't know why anybody's doing it, but maybe they wanted to just pay the $100 in Wyoming and get on with it. But it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And I think, participating in and of itself isn't necessarily something that would accrue liability, but it's something that I would look at as a larger holder and question, what am I really doing? Or if I really cared about the project, and question, why am I doing it in the first place? Because I think it speaks to two elements that not only speak to regulation, but don't speak to decentralization, which after all, isn't this all what it's supposed to be about in crypto? But that's just my opinion. So anyways, hit me up, Adam at AdamTracy, TRACY.io, AdamTracy.io, and I will talk to you later. Thanks.